Hey, what's up guys, it's Disturbed, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to easily hit crit cap without even using the pulse skill. Recently we found out that crit chance caps out at 60% and it's basically impossible to get it higher than that regardless of having savage gloves, pulse, etc. This has sparked a lot of changes in builds because a bunch of people, including myself, used to use builds that helped us get around a 90% critical hit chance using pulse, using savage gloves and all these other things. But with this nerf, we obviously need to change some stuff around. So first off, I'm going to show you guys every single way that you can get critical hit chance, because since there are so many options, you can easily switch certain things around based on your current critical hit chance. Keep in mind these numbers may vary slightly depending upon the item level of the gear / weapon. So we're going to start off with weapon talents. First up we have Fierce, which gives you a flat out 7.5% critical hit chance buff. Next we have Vicious, which gives you 14% critical hit chance while at full health, which isn't very reliable because you can get pretty low health pretty easily, but it's still a good way to get critical hit chance. And lastly we have Adept, which gives you 8.5% crit chance after using a skill, which could be very helpful from like a skill power build because you can keep on doing your skills over and over again. Now moving on to weapon mods, you can get 7% crit chance on your scope, your muzzle, and your magazine. Also, for those of you that didn't know, I don't know how you wouldn't know, but if you don't know, SMGs have a built-in crit chance that can be anywhere from 20 to 25%. I've heard that it can go higher than 25%, but I've never personally seen it. Now for your gear, you can get 5% crit chance on your mask, 6% crit chance on your gloves, and an additional 14% critical hit chance on your gloves against targets out of cover if using the high-end gloves with the Savage talent on them. You can also get critical hit chance on your gear mods, but I wouldn't really recommend that because oftentimes you need those mod slots with armor in order to hit armor cap. And the very last way to get critical hit chance is by using the talent Precision, which reads, when headshotting an enemy, pulse them for 10 seconds. This is actually a huge part about hitting your crit chance cap. The reason for this is that it applies the base pulse crit chance and crit damage buff, which is 12.8% crit chance and 33.6% crit damage. Also, you don't even have to have the pulse skill in your slots for this talent to work. A lot of people thought that you'd have to have it as one of your active skills to benefit from the extra crit chance and crit damage, but that's simply not true. So now that you know every single way to reach crit cap, what is the ideal setup? For my SMG build, I like to have savage gloves for the 14% crit chance, and then I have 7% crit chance on my scope, 6% crit chance on my gloves, and I'm also getting 25% crit chance from my SMG with an additional 13% from the Precision talent. Overall, that's 65% crit chance. I am 5% over cap, and obviously you don't want to be over cap, so all I'd have to do is either get rid of the 6% on my gloves for something like health on kill or damage to elites, or I could just get rid of the crit chance on my scope and switch it to optimal range. But I'm pretty poor in credits right now, and still have to see if optimal range is helpful at all or not, but regardless, I am successfully crit capped. So let's say that you don't really want to use savage gloves, but you still want to use an SMG build, so like a sentry / striker build or something like that. How would you go about reaching crit cap? You would still get the 7% on your scope, the 6% on your gloves, the 25% from your weapon, and the 13% from your Precision talent. Overall, that will put you at 51% critical hit chance. So all you'd have to do is get 5% on your mask, and then 7% on a magazine, muzzle, or stack a bunch of crit chance on your mod slots. Once you did those things, you'd be crit capped without savage gloves. But I really don't think it's a good idea to sacrifice something like crit damage on your magazine or your muzzle for crit chance, or sacrifice armor or skill power on your mod slots just for crit. So in my opinion, just get the extra 5% on your mask and you'll be at 56% crit chance. That 4% won't really hurt you that much, and it's much more worth it to keep the crit damage and whatever else. I'm not really going to get into how to hit crit cap with other guns other than SMGs, because I really don't think it's a good idea at all to hit 60% crit chance with, say, an AR, because there's just so much other things that you're sacrificing at that point. But if you want to know how, now you know every single way to get crit chance, so I'm sure with just some additions you can figure it out. Just keep in mind that using a magazine, muzzle, savage gloves, mask, or mod slots with crit chance just to get it up to 60% can hurt you way more than it can help you. There is a middle ground where you can reach high crit chance, definitely not cap, and it benefit you more than hurt you. But before I or anyone else knows that, there is a lot of testing involved, and I'll save that for an assault rifle build video. This video is simply to show you how to reach crit cap, so if you want to go balls to the wall and get 60% crit chance on an M1A, go for it, but it's definitely not the best thing to do, but it is definitely possible, and now you know how. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe for videos similar to this one. I'll see you later guys.